Are they better than choose the capital? Is it better than Amazon, Walmart?
Sorry, my boys was on. Oh, my stick is not staying on fire. What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all feeling? Welcome to my spot where we balance, heal, and activate who we truly are. I'm Kiki. Let me turn up this light a little bit. How's that? Okay, so I'm back. Welcome back. Guess who's back? And I'm shining on you. Get one back. Guess who's back? And I'm shining on you. Welcome back. Who was that? Y'all know who sing that song? Okay. All right. I'm gonna try to make this quick because it's getting late. It's getting late. Why you gotta be here beside me? All right. Who sang that song? All right, so tonight we are celebrating the first quarter moon, which is right now in the sign of Capricorn. First quarter moons are time for like breaking through the challenges, handling the challenges, solving problems. It's a time for, excuse me, like kind of like breaking out of the soil. Like you could have felt kind of buried or planted. I actually got a confirmation earlier today the difference in being buried and planted. I think it was Wall Street Trapper. Yeah. But you could be feeling like you're starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel, or you're kind of breaking out of your shell, or you're rebirthing, you're turning into something new. You're breaking through the soil. Okay, you're sprouting. um yeah. So let's go ahead and ground. Before I go too far. This moon is in Capricorn. So if you are a Capricorn rising and you're looking to ascend and connect with your higher self and live out your purpose, you could definitely be feeling this first quarter, uh, possibly in your career space, or you like maybe becoming more disciplined. Um, but it could be something that you're doing at home, something that you're changing or shifting. It could be finding some type of like work-life balance, or moving into a direction of something that you're doing, like that you feel like some type of purpose with. Okay, this is the area that we could be experiencing some of this taking action, or kind of breaking out of a new shell. Okay. Let's go ahead and ground our energy and set our intentions as to what we could need under this first quarter moon. What do we need help with? Are there areas where we're struggling to grow, areas where we're struggling to break out, or are we feeling confident and we want the more encouragement or more confidence, or the more strength when it comes to breaking out, when it comes to stepping into a new self, a higher self? Could be professionally, could be at home, behind the scenes, emotionally, possibly. You're becoming something new. Okay, just allow yourself to go ahead and sink into that energy. Breathing in all that is, connecting with Source, our higher self, the divine, the most high, the creator, the universe, God. Allow yourself to breathe into relaxation. With every exhale, allow yourself to become more and more relaxed by softening your forehead, your jawline, your shoulders. Breathing in, breathing out. Releasing any tension as we scan ourselves from head, down our necks and shoulders, over our heart space, allowing our hearts to become calm. Really breathing in peace into our nervous system and allowing ourselves to truly relax. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time, in and out. Third time, in and out. If you need, just allow yourself to continue taking deep breaths in through the nose, long breaths out through the mouth until you feel calm, cool, collected, safe, secure, and fully supported. Just allow yourself to sink into your chair. Allow your feet to feel the support underneath them. And just continue scanning your body from head to toe, allowing every cell of your being to be at ease. And as you get comfortable, we'll call in our spirit team, our divine angels, ancestors closest to the sun, connected to the light. We'll call them in to support us as we ground, heal, and activate the energies and spirits we need to fulfill our highest purpose. We call them in as we set the intention. Ground, heal, and activate who we truly are. Expand our souls and allow us to live in overflow of peace, prosperity, love, abundance. Allow yourself to breathe until you feel safe and secure. Let your connection to the earth or what's underneath you, allow that connection to be amplified. Feel the energy from the base of your spine and the soles of your feet. And just imagine your energetic roots running out from your feet and base of your spine down into the earth, all the way down through the soil, breaking into her warm red core, her warm red center, always there for us, providing peace, comfort, support, healing, groundedness. Breathe until you feel grounded. Breathe until you feel connected to the earth. And we'll just take this moment to thank Mother Earth for always being our source of grounding, for always being our foundation, and for always fully supporting us, now and forever. It is done. And when you're ready, you can bring your awareness back to the room by wiggling your toes and fluttering your fingers and slowly opening your eyes. I hope that felt good. Okay. So, like I mentioned, right now, this first quarter moon you know, is preparing us for the full moon. The full moon coming up. When is our full moon? It'll be next week, right? Our full moon in Aries should be in Aries. Sorry, we're fine. Yep, full moon in Aries on October 6th. So, um, there's a lot going on in the sky, but there's kind of not. Like, we had some shifts maybe like a week or two ago. Not much happened last week in the sky. Not much is happening this week. However, currently you could just be feeling like you're rebirthing, like you're turning into something new. There is a lot of generational and societal retrograding right now. We have generational and societal planets in retrograde, which definitely is kind of calling everyone to like reflect, to pay attention, to be more aware, possibly more self aware. There is some awakening going on where people are starting to recognize like maybe certain patterns. You can be recognizing your own patterns, you can be recognizing the patterns of people around you, and you could be breaking out of many patterns, which hopefully is happening for the majority of us. Breaking out of certain patterns that no longer serve us. There could be things that could be happening either in your career or at home, things that could be happening emotionally, or things that could be calling you to be more disciplined. Okay, with that Capricorn energy, focusing like on your goals, your ambitions, being more responsible. This energy comes with like a level of maturity. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk briefly about what's going on in the sky. Excuse me. And when planets will be shifting. So there's not, like I said, there's not too much going on between now and October 5th. So we won't have to do too much, but I will give you an overview of where the planets are. I didn't do the houses during the, what was that, the new moon celebration, because I was out of the country and I was trying to just make sure I got things done. But if we have time, I'll try to get into those before we cut all this live. Let me know where you're from and let me know what resonates for you. So right now we have Mercury, who has shifted into Scorpio. Mercury, I'm sorry, yeah. Mercury, the planet of, my bad. Mercury has shifted into Libra. Mercury has shifted into Libra, or will be shifting. Yeah, no, he'll be there till October 6th. Mercury is in Libra at 19 degrees, yeah, and he'll be there until October 6th. So that's the following week from now. Venus is currently in Virgo. Venus spends about 3.5 weeks in each sign and will be in the sign of Virgo until October 13th. So, like I mentioned, not too much going on right now. Pluto will also be coming out of retrograde on October 13th as well, which is great. So, there's going to be some releasing of energy there. We can feel a little more grounded in like maybe what makes us different from our family, or maybe some things that were generational patterns in our families that we are breaking or have broken. Okay, so you could probably feel some relief around those areas like that when it comes when October 13th comes around. All right, Mars is currently in Scorpio, moved into Scorpio, I believe, last week, and will be there until November 4th. Mars is planet of action. Scorpio is a passionate planet. So you could definitely be feeling some of that energy where you are feeling more emotionally stable. You're feeling more confident in maybe either expressing your emotions or taking action on them. You could be trusting your heart more, trusting the process more. You could also just be feeling more secure in your emotions and willing to, set healthy boundaries for yourself or move towards something that you are passionate about. It can also depend on what house Scorpio possibly rules for you. Okay. Then we also have Jupiter. Jupiter is in Cancer until next June. All right, June 2026. So depending on what house Cancer rules for you, you could be feeling some expansion. You could be feeling some type of growth, some level of like your territory expanding. It could also mean your waistline is expanding, but Cancer also comes with that emotional, nurturing kind of energy. So you could be feeling, just like I said, a little more emotionally intelligent, emotionally secure. There's heavy emotional like healing going on right now in this energy, especially between Virgo, and now we've moved into Libra season. Virgo has that very flowy, delicate, soft, um, just kind of like uh, chill kind of energy, where Libra is that balancing out. You know what I mean? I call it emotional justice. I like that. So, of course, depending on what house Cancer could rule for you or where Jupiter is placed in your natal chart, you could just be feeling some relief in that area. Okay, hopefully you do. Saturn, like I mentioned, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto are all in retrograde. Those planets tend to have an impact on like more than just ourselves. The planets that are closer to the sun are more individual planets. The planets that get further away impact more outside of ourselves, outside of us, and um, they also impact, society as a whole. Okay, I'm sure people can relate to a lot of shifts happening. Um, it definitely seems like a lot of going backwards, revisiting things, hopefully to refine them, but it could also feel like we're moving in the wrong direction. Okay, so there's like what's being required while these planets are in retrograde. It's a requirement to understand like your part, understand what you can do to be better, understand, you know, basically like the quote has been, be the change you want to see. That's the energy. The energy is like, yeah, all these things are happening around us, but we have to start with the man in the mirror kind of energy. That's what this whole energy says to me. It's definitely a very intuitive, discerning, very aware, very woke, very conscious mindset, and master of self when it comes to this energy. So Saturn will be in retrograde until November 27th, 28th. And then we coming out of retrograde. Saturn's in Pisces right now. Uranus is in Gemini in retrograde until February 4th of 2026. So Uranus will be in retrograde for a while in the sign of Gemini. Neptune is in Aries, also in retrograde, and will be there until December 10th. And I mentioned already Pluto, who is in retrograde in Aquarius, will be in retrograde until October 13th. So if you're feeling like you have to push through when it comes to like I said, trusting the process, trusting your intuition, being more self-aware, tapping in more, being more connected, you're probably not by yourself. You're not by yourself if you're feeling that energy. Right now, there's a lot of shifts that are going to require us to kind of read the tea leaves and see beyond like what's in front of us, see beyond the surface, to not be thrown off by like what something or someone looks like to really be in a space of, oh, thank you for the to really be in a space of like I said, trusting, having faith. It's a big like emphasis on like how much faith do you have? How much do you have the faith of a mustard seed? Are you willing to plant seeds? Like what are you going to do? How are you going to show up? That's the energy that these planets are carrying right now. Okay. The moon will also be shifting over the next week. Right now in Capricorn, but will be shifting into Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries. Um, and also will be in a a sextile with Mars, which is going to support more of that flow. Um, but it's going to be an emotional flow. However, it'll be like you're you're going to be taking action on this emotion. Like you're going to be standing up for something. Okay, it's like a increase in wisdom and understanding, like very solid and grounded emotions, like really truly accepting the present, like understanding certain lessons and getting to a space where we understand the present moment and how what can and can't happen, that kind of thing. Like letting go of any illusions or potential. Like like I said, reading things for what they are and releasing potential and just meeting some folks where they are. Okay. Which doesn't require us to move backwards. It just requires us to understand certain boundaries that we have to hold in place. All right. Um, we also have Uranus and sextile with Neptune coming up this week. Another supportive energy of flow and connections and partnerships. It's like a it's like a mass rising of faith and compassion. I know that may sound really crazy because of what the times that we're in, but it's also like an energy of like, don't be fooled by what you're seeing, like right on the media. Really starting to pay attention beyond like the television screen, beyond your phone screen, like really like picking up your nose and looking around you, paying attention to the people around you, your neighborhood, and hopefully what you're realizing is that people are coming more together. Like I said, it may not seem like that on television, but hopefully you're starting to feel like you're bringing in more of your soul tribe. You're bringing more people in that are connected to you. And if you're not feeling that way, then you could possibly, oh, hold on, Capricorn. Okay. But if you're not feeling like you are um connecting with like people of like minds, or you feel like you're struggling to um you know have meaningful or kind of like a alignment of energy or alignment of relationships coming in, it could be a time for you to just kind of pay more attention, be more disciplined with your energy. Possibly it could call for like maybe a fasting. Maybe if it's something that's consuming too much of your time, you could also give more gratitude. Gratitude is always a very easy place to go to when we are struggling. Um, just start to list the things that you are thankful for, like to truly count your blessings. That has the power to shift our energy where we tend to not ask for much. So if you're a Capricorn, 3-1, that's Capricorn. But if you're having financial problems, it could be a time for you to possibly get more disciplined. Like I said, kind of cut out anything that is either draining your energy or draining your pockets, and to give gratitude. I would challenge yourself for the next 7 days to give gratitude, to find one thing, 3 things, 5 things, 10 things to be thankful for 7 days a week. Okay. It will definitely raise your vibration, and it will help to align you with what is for you. It'll help you to realize, you know, or to help you make better money decisions. Okay. You could be having some trouble with making decisions or being disciplined or mature with your financial decisions. Okay. But try the gratitude for 7 days. Um, you could also be being encouraged to, just kind of be present, stay in flow. I highly recommend meditation for that. Even like a grounded meditation I have here on the channel. You could also, like I said, the gratitude is going to be powerful, but to put that in connection with the um, grounding or like a meditation to keep you present, that will be powerful. You're also going to be supported in transformation. You're going to be supported in having like smooth and easy energy, like revolutionary energy. Okay, there's definitely like I hate to say NWO, but there's a shifting of mindset. There's a changing of mindset. Like I said, it may not look like that. You have to dig a little deeper, beyond the surface. Okay. Um, we can experience some very powerful balancing of feminine energy, and breakthroughs, like just kind of breaking out of releasing control, like letting go of control. All right. New possibilities are on the horizon, inspiration, faith. Okay. Being realistic, learning how to master and control yourself. And like I said earlier, be the change you want to see. Okay. And on the emotional level as well, we could be being called to forgive. There could be a call for us to forgive. It could be forgiving ourselves. It could be forgiving others. Okay. All right. I think that that's about it. Um, I'll share the astrological houses during the full moon next week. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull a card. So we're going to pull from, of course, from our Moonology deck. Excuse me. We also have Soul's Journey and Angel Numbers out here. But let's see. Oh man, I'm out of water. All right. Holy Spirit, ancestors of divine love and healing light, please protect us as we download the messages for our best and highest good. Anything that's not for our best and highest good, please close, shut, lock, and block that door. In the name of our names, amen. All right. Ooh, there's one. Ooh, another flipped over. Hold on. Okay. We're going to get through the deck. Okay, Holy Spirit, got two. So the first is prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. So this could be a significant time. Taurus season. Prosperity lies ahead. And step out of your comfort zone, North Node. I was just talking about how we feel like we could be breaking out of like certain patterns, generational family patterns. You could feel like you're breaking out of like being buried or being planted, like you're starting to sprout, you're starting to see some light at the end of the tunnel. It kind of gives me the energy with this new moon, like you're starting to see the light. You know what I mean? It looks dark, but we're starting to see some breakthrough. In the bottom, The bottom of the deck, nothing will come of this situation, void of course moon. So this energy is just kind of like stay still, don't do anything. Okay, it's kind of like a reflective energy. You don't really want to be, you don't want to really do a whole lot of moving around when there's a void of course moon. But that's the underlying energy. That to me says to be present, stay present. Like what's coming in for you, what's coming in is going to be in alignment. But you are going to have, like I said, the faith of a mustard seed. You are going to have to be able to plant seeds in the direction of your dreams. Plant seeds in the areas where you want to see things sprout, where you want to see things break through, grow. Okay? But it's more of an intuitive, even could be calling for visualization, meditation. Okay, like stepping up your game in your with your intuition and your discernment. It's like connecting your purpose to your prosperity, or that's where your prosperity is going to come, is in purpose. Let's read. So prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. Taurus in general rules the second house. Second house, I believe, of values like resources, self worth, that kind of thing, like knowing your own innate power, your own innate ability. Okay. Prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. This card will often come up when you're inquiring about a financial matter or when you're doubting your self worth. What did I just say? The card suggests you can have what you want, including material things, but you must believe in yourself. This comes down to the laws of attraction. Value yourself, and others will value you too. You can create abundance. Taurus is associated with luxurious Venus, and this card holds the new moon energy. So now is a good time to make a 12-month financial plan. This card can also signal the start of a new relationship or of sexier times. If you've been wrestling with something for a long time, the new moon in sturdy Taurus is a sign not to give up just yet. Attune to the moon. Get or give a massage. Just check that off. Healthy body, healthy mind. Okay, love on yourself, love on your body. Additional meanings for this card. You will soon be able to afford the thing you're dreaming of. You hear that? Bilal Khan? Setting clear on what you value most will help you find peace. Oh, sorry, getting clear, setting clear. Getting clear on what you value most will help you find peace. Take some time out to pamper yourself. Start a standing order to a savings account, no matter how small. The teaching. We often feel that it's somehow wrong for us to focus on our finances, but the truth is that money can make life far more comfortable from a physical point of view. Taurus knows this, and the new moon in Taurus is the time to work your magic to create the money you want so you can have the creature comforts you want. Remember, though, that someone else is still wishing for what you already have. That's that gratitude. So this right here, so I've been digging more and more. If you watched or whatever, or you know me, I've been digging more and more into the stock market. And I know that it may seem like our stock market is not doing that great, but there are certain companies that will definitely carry us for the next 10 years, and that's American tech. Okay, the Magnificent Seven. Those are the stocks that will definitely carry our economy, as long as nothing super crazy happens. And so I've been sharing with people to invest in the stock market. You can start with $100. You can start with, I say 250 bare minimum, but 500, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. But if you want to, learn how to generate wealth while you're sleeping, then you want to invest in the stock market. If you know that you are destined to be your family's first millionaire, or you know that there are goals and dreams that you have when it comes to wealth, or managing, managing a lot. It could be a portfolio, it could be real estate, it could be a trust fund. Like if you know that you are here to do big things and that you know how to manage money and you know how to manage wealth, then I'll say that the average millionaire has 6 to 7 different streams of income. Okay. And the average millionaire knows how to make money while they're sleeping. One of the ways, or a couple of the ways that people make money while they're sleeping, is real estate. I'm a firm believer in that. And also in the stock market. Okay. There are some long term companies in America that have done pretty well, but honestly, we have to get out of trading time for money if you want to be rich. Now, if you're fine with being in your comfort zone, or you're okay with being in survival mode, or you don't have the ability to be more disciplined or reflect on maybe like some of the things that you have or have not done financially, whether it be good decisions, bad, whatever. If you are ready to make hard decisions, if you're ready to be disciplined and you're ready to get to the bag, then you can holler at me, because that's something we've been doing on in a stock club that I started. I can also, if you drop a comment, I can also share with you past videos, Zoom links where you can listen in on the call, and you can just kind of learn from there. But definitely an energy of getting out of like mental entrapment, mental slavery, like getting out of this space where we think that we always have to struggle and we always have to be in survival mode. Okay. Like making a financial plan, a 12-month financial plan, and sticking to it. Like I said, having the discipline to stick to it. It says start a standing order to a savings account, no matter how small. I don't care if it's $5, $10. See, everybody don't want to hear about that. People don't want to hear about things that they have to do to be more disciplined so that they can get to where they want to go. You don't want to get there. Point blank, period. So step out of your comfort zone. All right, let's read that. That is the North Node. I believe the North Node is in Pisces right now. You're a Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. You could be, just kind of feeling the energy of, you could feel like you're being held back, but you could also be realizing how you held yourself back. That's what this energy wants to teach us, is breaking out of our own mental blocks, breaking out of our own self-sabotaging ways, our own mental bars. That's what this energy is. So it's a lot about going within, a lot about looking at ourselves, recognizing our own patterns, and then having the balls to do something different, show up differently. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. There's a strong feeling when you get this card that it's time to leave the past behind somehow, because you are headed in the right direction. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards doing the thing that scares you within reason. This card is all about living your life purpose, which is possibly what you asked about. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and your direction, to take action. So, are you willing to follow through and lead the life you incarnated to live? If you finally find the courage to make the leap, there's a good chance you'll come to ask yourself, why did I wait so long? Literally just said that. Attuned to the moon. I know I'm headed in the right direction. Additional meanings for this card. You're headed for something which feels like destiny. You need to face a fear and get over it. Another confirmation. Time to stop obsessing about someone or something. Done. Stand on your own 2 feet. You've got this! Exclamation point. The teaching. The North Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going north. It's a karmic point, and on the horoscope chart shows us what we need to do and where we need to go with our life to find satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. The North Node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us, to paraphrase Andre Gide, that in order to discover new oceans, we have to be prepared to lose sight of the shore. Breaking through your comfort zone, okay? Breaking through poverty mindset, survival mindset, the mindset that we're not enough. We have to do everything else because nothing's going to work out the way that we want it to work out. Like, that's how we continue to manifest more crap, is because we have our own mental blocks, the cages and bars on our own mindset, and we keep manifesting the same thing over and over. So if you want to break those generational patterns, this is the energy you want to be in. You want to be disciplined. You want to be more consistent. Okay. You want to have a good reputation. You want to make sure that you are focused on your goals. Okay. That's the energy that we're being called to right now. And recognizing like what's not for you, recognizing what is not going to give you the outcome that you want, and releasing it. Releasing potential. Do not be consumed by potential. Do not waste your time on potential. Okay? We have to focus on our own goals, focus on the things that we're supposed to be doing or the things that we want to do for ourselves. And then that allows us to align with the energies that are doing the same thing. Those, the compatible energy, right? Because we're at that vibration. So once we're at that vibration, we can attract what it is that we want. We can attract what it is that we're looking for. But if we stay low vibrational, we can't be mad or complain when all we get is low vibrational BS, right? So definitely a time to get grounded, definitely a time to get balanced and more intentional. Okay, focusing on your goals, focusing on what you want to accomplish, your purpose. All right, now we're going to do the soul's journey. I always like these cards. Soul's journey. All right, I'm going to shuffle here. Yeah. So it's like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like we have to grow through what we go through. So we go through different things to allow us to learn the lessons and receive the gifts that we need to move to the next level. You know, I hate to make it sound like a video game, but it's definitely like showing ourselves approved. It's definitely, you know, we have to be able to show that we can handle. Actually, it's a scripture that just popped up. I think it says, whoever can't be trusted with a little can't be trusted with a lot. Okay? So we have to make sure that we are able to be trustworthy with little so that we can receive a lot. So success jumped out. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Amen. And then bottom of the deck, relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. This is all we're doing. We got our eyes on the prize as to what we want to accomplish in life, what we want to do, what our financial goals look like. And then we are letting go of relationships that will leave us in regret, or relationships that are not benefiting our lives. Relationships that, and I'm not saying to use people, I'm saying like there's a give and a take. There is an understanding. There's no like fighting about like struggling. We're tying and recognizing we've done work on ourselves. So we're recognizing relationships that are for our highest good, or they're going to allow us to grow from the inside out. That's what we're not running towards what we don't trust. That's it. So success, let's read the message for success. And all right. Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Success can mean many things to the ego self, but the soul only knows one triumph, and that is to love. When your soul is no longer manifested in the physical dimension, it is a time of reflection on how successful it was with that endeavor. The soul doesn't care how big your house was, or how nice your car was, or how many bank accounts you had. The soul only cares about how you express love and compassion. In the infinite wisdom of the universe, the more love you demonstrate, the more you will receive. And even your ego's definition of success is altered. Your notion of how you would be perceived as successful will change. The material things that you thought would make you happy will not have the same appeal. So the message last week was love is the purpose, right? There's been heavy emotional and like relational energy when it comes to like this Libra season, Jupiter in Cancer. Like we're healing a lot of emotional wounds, a lot of relationship wounds. These relationships could be love, they could be family, possibly even friendships, maybe even business relationships. Okay, there's a big call right now for us to heal emotional wounds, allow ourselves to be more emotionally secure, intelligent, emotionally stable. Okay. Uh all right, let's go ahead and pull some angel numbers. Should I read the relationships card? Let me know if I should read that. Um, if not, I'll just go ahead and we'll pull the angels number deck. Tell me where y'all from. Tell me where y'all from. And give a sister a like, please. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Oh my. All right. Let's see what number. Oh, oh, that's 2, 3. Uh-oh. Got a lot that time. Okay. First one out was 101. 101. Starting over. Intelligence, dynamics, making a difference, failures, personal or spiritual development. Happiness is linked to self expression, growth, and experience. Learning from failures is key. Happiness is real, possible, and around. Understand its process and the pursuit of it. Joy is fluid, it's in the little things and the big ones. Fails are fun. Start fresh. I'm thankful for this. We were talking about, of course, the lessons, creating the blessings, but learning from our patterns, even generational family patterns, wounds. Happiness is real, possible, and around. That's breaking through those emotional wounds of not being good enough, not being worthy enough, not being deserving of love. A lot of people have abandonment wounds, rejection wounds, possibly from even family or their parents that need to be healed because they don't think that, because they didn't get that love from a parent, they don't think that they deserve it. Okay? Understand its process, trusting the process, but understanding the process and the pursuit of happiness. Joy is fluid. Okay? Just think about what happiness feels like. It's easy, it's in flow. Okay? And it's in the little things and the big ones. The little things and the big ones. That's that energy I was talking about if you can't be trusted with a little, how can you be trusted with a lot? Right? It all matters. Then we have 2323, endless cycles, charisma, communication, society, movement, journey, repetitive circumstances, and patterns. There's some truth you're resistant to accept over and over again until you're tired and restrained beyond depression. It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is all about passion. Then you make a change and the world around you follows. Another confirmation. We talked earlier about like um, accepting something like right now, accepting the present, not looking at potential, right? And moving. Like I said, we were talking about like taking action on your passion, taking action on your emotions. All right. Releasing depression. This is if you're feeling depressed because and you keep going through the same thing over and over, it's a decision that you have to make. There's something that you're not aware of that you're not doing for yourself. We have to break off the mental bars, the mental cage, the mental slavery. Break off the bars and understand that it's all about us moving in flow. It's all about us being intentional with our passion. We have this Mars in Scorpio, I believe, that's supporting us. Yeah. And I was talking about making a change, man in the mirror, right? And our inner world becomes our outer world. So that's confirmation there. And then these, I'm just going to kind of read them. So we got 1122, 222, 1551, 1616, and 0404. 1122, great shift, personal growth, spiritual development, and manifesting goals, oneness, connection, and completion. First, focus on the positive changes occurring due to your efforts. Then, expand your horizons and permit yourself to try something new. So many positive shifts are in store for you. The world around you is changing in favor of your intentions. So keep up the work, keep up the good work. Okay, the shift is here. We just have to stay with it. 222, alignment. Connections, friendships, romantic relationships, family ties, balance, life choices, compromise, commitment, and trust. How do you move forward toward your life's true calling? Do what makes you happy. Your enthusiasm is what keeps you going. Follow your interests if it's piqued by something. Follow these roots. Following these roots will help you discover your life's purpose. More purpose, more alignment, more connections and partnerships. Libra energy heavy. 1551, hold your vision. Manifestation, abundance, money, dreams, vision, and prosperity. Focus on the good and maintain your concentration on the outcomes you desire. It's time to put your faith and time into your ideas and pursue your goals with all your might. You have such a beautiful, courageous, and brave spirit. Pursuing your goals, ambition, passion, okay? Goal oriented Capricorn. 1616, readjustments, overcoming obstacles, soulmates, romance, affection, support, and comfort. Your level of self control is sufficient to make things right. On the horizon is the possibility of beginning a new romantic or platonic relationship, as well as a chance to begin life anew with a person from one's past. Everything will fall into place. Readjustments. That's what these retrogrades are. So we could be breaking through, like I said, we've been healing codependency for a while now, but now it's like we're breaking through generation, like what we took on from our family lines. 0404, slow down. Balance, power struggle, force, violence, hope, authority, ancestors, restlessness, low vibrations, warning. Pay close attention to the people in your life, your surroundings, and your physical health. Don't freak out. It's just a warning to be careful and awake to avoid any further issues. Communicate clearly and keep healthy boundaries. Listen, that's that energy of that emotional intelligence, and kind of like there's a balancing and a mastering right now of looking out for ourselves and then looking out for others. There's a balancing of like slowing down, reflecting, allowing ourselves to kind of understand where our fears are, what we are afraid of, and planting seeds against those fears, like putting faith towards those fears, planting mustard seeds of faith against those fears. All right, that's how we're moving into our purpose. Like we have to go through to grow through. But there's an energy of like being present, being still, all right, and paying attention, communicating clearly, and keeping healthy boundaries. All right. That's all I have for tonight. We got 111 intuition on the bottom of the deck, moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self realization, taking action. Once again, unconditional love, time to implement long cherished ideas. You're on the right track toward making your dreams and visions a reality. The right people, circumstances, and resources are being sent your way. Happiness and new opportunities are at hand. Trust in the process. Trust the process. Trust your intuition. Trust your heart space. Allow your heart and your mind to be in alignment. Allow your heart and your mind to be in agreement. Okay? Your ships are coming in. Trust yourself. Change is here, but we got to still kind of clear out some of the old chaos that's just really deep, really heavy, and doesn't really want to go away. Okay? There will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Okay? The demons like to hold on to you. They keep trying to grab you back. You got to allow yourself to move forward enough so that the true people that's in alignment and meant for you will rise up and meet you. Okay? All right. Always go within so you never go without. I love you, but God loves you more. And over here, we stay connected to the ones who sit high, look low, and see everything. I'm High Key Kiki. Anything you need to know about me is in the description box below. And I'll see you next week.